guys today, actually. Two very good runners. Oh, actually, they're getting started here, so getting right into it, I guess. But yeah, Horsedad and Stewie Cartman. If you'll recall, Horsedad actually had some unfortunate stuff happen at the end of his last race. Otherwise, he was firmly in control of that one. So we'll see if he's able to bounce back here. And this is an elimination, just so you guys are aware.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this will be pretty close. And Stewie as well. I think he's maybe been about for just over a year, and like look at what he's doing already. Like, got a really good PB, and this will be close.
Yeah, he's closing in on that 52-minute time. I believe Horstad's PB is in the mid 51s.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, they're both getting started in the fort here. I know Stewie was doing quite a bit of practice here, and I spoke to him before the last race, and he expressed concern for the stage. So great job there of being able to get that fast leaf grab and maintain P speed. We see Horstad on the other side, unfortunately losing his P speed when grabbing that leaf. So Stewie gets a little leg up there. And we're getting started in 1-5. We'll see both runners here opting to damage boost on one of those Buzzy Beetles in order to gain P speed. And then they'll try to maintain that P speed all the way to the end. There's a nice little swag jump you can do in that tunnel that we saw both runners just passed. That saves a few frames, but is overall slightly riskier.
Yeah, I know that Mitch got that 2 races ago. I'm not sure about last race, but that's something he pretty much always goes for.
Yeah, it was interesting. He wasn't going for it early in the tournament, and then he started going for it. I think it was because I was giving him a little bit of crap for it. So
yeah, no, it was really nice in that match 2 matches ago.
Yeah, it's a beautiful strat when you see it pulled off. It just looks so nice. We actually see the bro moving to the same square for both runners, so neither are going to be able to grab a fire flower from this, because the square next to the mushroom house is the one that allows you to grab the fire flower from that bro fight. And if you do grab that flower after you grab the item, it does save about half a second.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out there.
Yeah, and they'll be able to grab it on the airship here, so it's not a big deal. It's kind of interesting where a movement of 1 versus a movement of 2 there. A movement of 2 actually saves a frame, because I guess grabbing the flower and getting it early saves 30 frames, while a movement only costs 29. So,
in terms of the boss pattern, which would the sort of preferable position for the Hammer Bro be? Because it's overworld movement, or sorry, it's a bit.
Yeah. So like fighting it after 1-6 is ideal in terms of like the pattern's easier, I feel like, and you can kill it slightly faster. But it doesn't make too much difference. They're both fairly easy to kill. But it's the pattern you see the most often as well as this one. We'll see both of them doing the same thing. They're having no problem. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, you know, it looks like maybe 5 seconds separate them roughly.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
But yeah, for those of you that don't know, the boss pattern is determined from the time it takes you to complete the last stage of the world. In this case, it's 1-6, and then the time you enter the pipe on the airship. So if you fight a Hammer Bro in between that, that is going to modify the boss pattern you get, because it doesn't count the Hammer Bro as a level. We're moving on to World 2 here. Somewhat less stressful of a world, I feel like, than World 1. I feel like there's a lot fewer places where you'll die here, in comparison anyway.
So whenever it comes to the early Hammer Minute, is there any sort of verdict on that? Is any progress being made?
Oh yeah, Mitch is able to do it, so it is possible. So that, yeah, the Hammer Bros, actually their movements are determined by what frame you complete the level on. So
yeah,
if you're able to complete the level on the correct frames, you can manipulate the movements you want. That's just actually brand new tech that's just been worked on the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'd seen his first successful attempt, but I was wondering, like, because that isn't a great sample size. But he's if he keeps getting it, that's very interesting.
Yeah, he's got it a couple times a day already, so
Wow.
I was watching that before the race. Yeah, this run's gonna change quite a bit, at least in terms of you know, runs going for world record. I don't feel like it's gonna change races at all because I don't know. It's just
Oh yeah, you wouldn't expect to see
hard and
races,
unlikely.
I don't know. Actually, who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
someday.
yeah, who knows? I mean, it's Mitch. He could do anything, right? He might be able to figure it out and get it consistently. Who knows? Yeah, we see both runners here. Yeah, both maintaining P-speed through the fort. Getting early P-speed, actually. So, great stuff from both of them.
Yeah, that music box off screen for both of them, so it could be interesting coming up where the camera bros are.
Yeah, you know, if one of them gets unlucky, or maybe both will get unlucky and grab that extra bro. You ideally want to avoid it. Now, it's not the worst extra bro to get in the game because, generally speaking, you need to use it in either Worlds 4 or 5 anyway, unless you get really lucky with RNG. So, it's not really a big deal if you end up with the music box here in World 2.
And Horsedad skipping over it, not transition.
Yeah, so you can actually skip over those on screen transitions. You have a single frame to move and do that. However, you can buffer the movement during the transition, so you actually get a frame perfect movement there and are able to always avoid it doing that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't recall, and you run on the Super NES version. Does that also apply in that version as well?
Yeah, it does, but the only difference is I think the World 6 Hammer Bros don't face the expected way, although that's unfortunate for Horsedad.
Okay.
Oh my word. Yeah, that was...
Yeah, he was trying to get early P-speed there, and I've had that problem happen before too, where you try to do a really light jump there to get over the gap, which you have to do to get early P-speed on this level, and sometimes you just don't get the jump input. You take a death. So yeah, unfortunately he's going to lose a little extra time there. He's about an entire Hammer Bro behind, and it's probably going to be about half the pyramid here. Yeah, it's worth noting 2.5 is definitely slower, but generally speaking, you're going to determine whether you do 2.4 or 2.5 based on where the Hammer Bro moves. So I feel like some days I have movements where it's always going to 2.4, and other days it's always going to 2.5. It's just weird stuff.
Yeah, so that's still pretty close, even with the death. A little unfortunate, but we will see him fight back.
Yeah, I mean, an 8.23 A-press on the castle is not too terrible, for sure.
Yeah, thankfully the
He's probably used to seeing... Yeah, it's not a huge deal to die this early. We're going to see more separation in later worlds. But yeah, I think he's probably used to seeing something closer to like an 8-minute A-press there, so... And we'll actually see Stewie able to grab it, or grab this Fire Flower, and unfortunately Horsedad will not. I don't anticipate he'll go for the fire kill here, so it's not really going to matter that much, but Horsedad will have to grab another upgrade in the next world. Uh-oh.
Oh my word. That was unexpected, I'll be honest. That is so unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't hurt his confidence, because that is a bit...
You could actually... Yeah, that's huge. Oh my goodness. You could actually see him, like, when that happened, he was like, wait, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do here.
Oh. That's hard to witness. I'm sure it's even harder to be experiencing that firsthand.
That's so rough. I've never seen that happen. I can guarantee he's never done that either.
Yeah, I'm sure. My God.
I didn't quite catch the A press, or sorry, the wand catch on Stewie. Do you know what that time was?
Oh no, I wasn't concentrating on that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of was looking at the death, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been a good start for Stu as well. He's been playing well, putting together a good run here. Hopefully we
Yeah,
continue.
he actually got a fire kill on Morton there. It wasn't super fast, but he
Oh,
did
wow,
get one.
nice.
So yeah, it looks like a bit over a minute between the runners right now. Somewhere between a minute and a half, probably. We'll have a better idea when Horsedad gets to 3-2 here.
It's definitely still recoverable. Hopefully he's in the right mindset because he's going to need to play well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if anybody can come back from that, he can. Yeah, that was beautiful. So yeah, Stewie was able to make it through 3-2 there without taking any damage, which you generally count your blessings once that happens, honestly. The cheap hitboxes are a little questionable, and sometimes they have just enough speed going where you'll just clip right through them and take damage, so...
I imagine Horsedad's going to try fast 3-2. Yep, going for the P-speed.
Yeah, it looks like he's exactly a minute behind, too, based on when they entered that stage.
Nicely done. Gotta be feeling good about that.
Yeah, he'll get back about 5 seconds there, I think, so...
Oh yeah, have we seen any door 3s in the tournament?
Not that I can recall. I think Lutz was going for it, but I don't think he ever was able to get it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
It's worth noting that Runaway Bro is a possibility in this world where typically the Star Bro ends up on that last square in the upper right-hand corner that we saw on Stewie's screen and can sometimes cross the bridge. You need to actually kill both of them in order to cross that bridge, so be on the lookout to see if that happens for... I think Horstad's the only one it can happen to at this point.
Yeah, hopefully not. Okay, it goes down nice.
Oh no, it was actually there. Okay, I thought it was one square below, so yeah, he could add Runaway Bro there, so fortunately he did not. Yeah, and we see Horstad opting to do 3-4 here to ensure he doesn't get Runaway Bro, because that if he fought the other bro and that bro moved up, then he'd have a chance of doing it, but if he does it this way, he'll never get it, so smart decision.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Yeah, that definitely paid off there, because, I mean, it was in that spot twice. It just seems more likely to happen if it keeps happening like that. Unfortunately, he does lose a little bit of time having to go all the way back, but I can guarantee it's much less time than he would have lost, so...
Stewie getting the H jump. First
yeah, very nice stuff there.
Yeah, this has been a good World 3 as well. I mean, it has been for both of them, other than Stewie just getting hit in 5. But it was a fairly quick recovery.
Yeah, I think it ended up being about even because Horstad had to go out of his way to chase that bro down too, right? So.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, he might have actually gained a bit of time still, even having to do that, because it takes a little bit to have to when you have to re-grab that upgrade in that level. So.
Yeah, Boss has claimed a couple of lives. I know for Louis, he got killed in that level twice and had to redo 3-6. Hopefully.
That happened to me actually in my second
Oh,
race
wow.
too.
Yeah, it's always so unexpected as well because you're just asking yourself, how can you even die here? And then it just happens.
Yeah.
Shit.
Of the boss bass stages to die in, that's not the one I generally worry about. You know, I worry about 3-3 more.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think they're still about a minute apart. Horsedad might have gained a little bit of time there.
Yeah,
But he did miss the H jump, so I don't know.
And a nice fire kill.
Yeah, he had a little trouble there when he missed that fireball, and then that ring was chasing him, but he was able to make it out. That's a really good split time for him. Sub 16. I think it was like 6 or 15:54 roughly.
Yeah, 54.
So yeah, we'll get our first look at World 4 here. A lot of people's favorite world, just because the goofy-looking enemies, large, a lot of large enemies. It's my favorite.
Very
personally.
memorable.
Yep. Unfortunately, they have some strange hitboxes at times because of that, so... At least I feel like the Goombas do. Yeah, the shell grab there. It's good stuff. Well executed. It's, of course, you say safer, and it's really not that easy even.
Yeah. I missed Horsedad's one grab after taking note of that other one.
Oh yeah, so did I. Whoops. But it's still about a minute, so nothing's really changed.
Yeah. 54 seconds in chat, apparently. Well, there's still plenty more left.
Yeah, I think Horsedad's going for the harder one, yeah. And he gets it.
Nice.
Oh no, Stewie losing P-speed here in 4-3. That's actually a fairly significant time loss.
Yeah. Can't really
It's gonna
get
be...
too easily after that point.
Yeah, no, that's like the only place you can get it, so once you lose it, it's like, yeah, it's gonna cost you probably 10 seconds or so, if not more.
Yeah, so Horsedad getting some opportunities here, and he's probably going to pull this off as well. Something that he'll be pretty strong with, I imagine.
Yeah, I would expect so as well. And he actually gets a better movement there on the bro, yeah.
11 seconds, wow. Yeah, that stage is pretty important.
So yeah, we'll get to see Horsedad's attempt. It's worth noting a lot of people's favorite stage here, and then, of course, it's followed by a lot of people's least favorite stage.
Stu doing well for so far. Oh my word!
Oh no!
I knew it!
Well,
He was
I
maneuvering
mean...
so well though. That's so unfortunate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he missed
Stu
the
can
pipe
blame me
entry
for that
though.
He's probably just going to pick up fire in this next fortress, but... Man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it should be okay. Oh, Horsedad clipping in the wood block there, so he's not going to be able to get P-speed here. Gets the Lakitu jump, very nice. So when you don't get P-speed here, it actually changes up what you have to do. Oh my goodness, to prevent getting sniped at the end here.
Yeah, Sniper Lakitu is pretty damn accurate.
So yeah, for those of you that don't know, they're kind of like, Mitchell explained it as like, they're kind of like magnets, and that they just follow you, and once you start passing them, they'll speed up to like get even with you again. It's kind of interesting. But if you do the same set of inputs every time on that stage, you'll get the same result. So there is no RNG involved with what they do. It's all based on what you do. So yeah, it looks like Stewie tried to get boxless there, and then unfortunately that bro moved in his way, so he just opted to use the music box.
Yeah, so World 5 Hammer Brews are going to be interesting. Hopefully neither of them get unlucky, but probably will. At least one of them.
That was a perfectly executed fortress by Horsedad. He got the early P-speed there and maintained it all the way to the end, actually getting the 289 end time, which is pretty hard to do.
Yeah, I reckon he's made up a bit of time, World 4.
Yeah. So you're going to see both runners correcting their coin counts in this stage. There's exactly 11 coins here. So that comes into play in World 5 again with the Hammer Bros being able to turn into coin chips. And how that works is if you have a multiple of 11 of coins, say they had 66 and then their tens digit on their points ended in a 6, then they would get a coin chip to spawn on one of the Hammer Bros once they finish that stage. So both are going to try to avoid that here and get the 69 coins. That's not a meme. That is a very good number of coins to have, actually.
Yeah, so not too much going on in this level. A lot of downtime. Probably one of my least favorite levels.
Oh, I think it's everybody's least favorite. This airship's such a joke, too. There's, like, nothing challenging about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, back to the coin chip thing. So the reason why you don't want a coin chip is it turns the Hammer Bro into an auto-scroller, with kind of like this ship, actually. And it loses about a minute of time if you have to fight them, unfortunately. So you'll see every runner try to avoid that. And that can happen in worlds.
Shit in chat. I'm concerned.
I'm guessing. I have an idea what's about to happen. We'll see. Yeah. Oh.
What?
My.
Oh wait, what?
He got soft locked. Oh my god.
Oh, shit, dude, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Well, I mean, oh my. Dude,
I can't believe that just happened. That's so hard. Like that's so hard to actually do.
Oh. Oh, what?
So how that works is if your fireball apparently hits the Koopa Kid on the same frame as he shoots the wand shot, then sometimes that'll happen and you'll
dude, I'm
kill him with the wand.
I'm sure he is. Like, I feel so bad for him. Oh my god, I can't believe that's like a thing.
Is there anything in the rules about that? Like, what are they supposed to do? I think he's just going to continue and act as if...
I think he's going to warp whistle to World 5. I think that's totally allowed in this.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, the problem is his inventory.
I think if you use a warp whistle by accident, that's the rule. I believe someone already has. Was it maybe one of the Japanese runners that used a warp whistle by accident?
Yeah, LK accidentally used one.
LK, such a good runner.
Yeah. Yeah, that was unfortunate when that happened.
Wow. Well,
yeah, I'm gonna need to have a discussion about this because that's different than using a warp whistle. There's nothing that he did wrong. And
oh well, how does that happen?
I don't know.
So
yeah,
I mean, I know you explained it, but I was like just in shock and wasn't listening.
Okay, so if you hit the Koopa Kid with the last fireball in the same frame that he shoots the wand shot, sometimes that'll happen where he'll die with the wand and you get soft lock.
Dude, that's grim. Oh no, shitty.
Oh, that happened too. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to talk to I'm gonna have to talk to Lasso and Oglib about this because I feel like this should be a re-race, honestly.
I mean, it is brutal, and maybe there could be a gentleman's agreement, but I mean, it's possible. Unfortunately, I don't know. It's possible in the same way other RNG can happen. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, Dewey's not even out of this yet. Like, that's the really sick thing. Like, I really do feel so horrible right now. And,
well, I really feel like he is, because he has no items, so...
Oh, dude!
I mean,
actually, you're right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is just over. I mean, there's no way.
Dude, that's... Okay, maybe I do agree with you a bit more now. That's so messed up.
Yeah, sorry guys, we've been talking about this for a while and not talking about what's happening on Horsedad's screen, but I mean, I think we're both still like so confused.
I think it's valid. God.
Yeah, you never see that. You literally never see that, guys. I've had that happen 4 times ever. And it's interesting to note it only happens if you don't end up stomping the Koopa Kid. So like he actually messed up what he was trying to do on the fire kill there, and that's the only reason it happened.
Yeah, definitely the worst thing about that is the new items.
Yeah, that's just so brutal. No hammer, you know, no Cloud. Being able to Cloud 5-9, so he'll have to do 6-1 and 6-3 as well. I shouldn't say he's completely dead though. I mean, he's gonna lose a couple minutes because of that, but he can get those back technically. You know, I was thinking before the tournament started, like, we should have a plan for if that happened, but I was like, what are the odds of that actually happening in a race?
Yeah, it's just hard to know what to say, really, or... Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, certainly,
yeah,
if Horsedad agreed to a rematch, you know, we could facilitate that. I would be very happy with that. Though at the same time, I wouldn't blame him if he wanted to just take it. For a while, he probably was feeling like he's a massive underdog, but you don't want it to happen this way.
No. And, I mean, Stewie was running a really great race at that point, too, so...
Damn straight. I mean, he could have been ahead of PB, possibly, assuming he did get early hammer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, maybe that is a bit of a stretch, but it did seem like a really good run.
No, he definitely could have PB'd there for sure. He could have got a 52-minute run.
Yeah.
The pace he was on. He needed some help, obviously, but... But yeah, Horsedad's actually done a great job here in World 5. I don't think he's really had any issues at all.
Yeah, this would have been a strong response otherwise. Well, I mean, it still is, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, as Cole says, it's amazing that Stewie can continue. A lot of people would quite rightfully just say, yeah, that's probably enough for me for now.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, he actually wants to fight that hammer, bro, because he needs that item. He needed to anyway, technically, because he did use his music box, but I mean, yeah, he definitely wants to fight it for sure. And I didn't pay attention. Did he actually fight both the lower run hammer bros? It's not a bad idea, because he does need to grab a star.
He has a star and a feeling.
Okay, so he did. Yeah, he needs one for 7-2. I mean, you don't necessarily need it for 7-2. You can grab the fire flower. But yeah, as you mentioned, it's pretty useful, and it's also quicker to do it that way. So we'll see Stewie's attempt here at the fortress. Good stuff, avoiding the dry bones there, and doing a slight turn back just to make sure he lands on that platform. But he makes it through with P-speed, no issues there. And he'll get a shot at Boom Boom here, and he takes him down without any issues. So good stuff. And we see Horsedad fighting Roy. Roy's the first of the Koopalings that has the I don't know what you call it. It's like a stomp mechanic where if you're on the ground the same time he hits the ground, you'll actually be stunned periodically. So you kind of want to avoid that, and you need to time your jumps appropriately. The other one that does that is Ludwig, and we'll get a look at him in World 7. The two thick boys there. So yeah, we see 5-9 being played here by Stewie, which again, normally this would be clouded, but his inventory is compromised since he lost the contents of his previous run. See Horsedad picking up that hammer, which he will use later on in this world. And he's going to start the fortress here. It's important for him to have 2 upgrades here, because what he's going to do is he's going to damage boost on this spike section, and then he's going to basically maintain P-speed for most of the end here, but he'll stop to grab a star in this next room, run all the way to the Boom Boom, and be able to instant kill the Boom Boom with the star. So what that does is it kind of like overflows the Boom Boom's health. And so you spawn the upside down question mark. You can actually do that with a hammer suit as well, with some well-timed inputs. But that's really the only other way to get that to happen that I'm aware of anyway. And he's starting 6-4 here. Not getting P-speed there. You can get P-speed off that jump from the ice block. You saw the first ice block he jumped off of, but you got to jump on the second frame of that in order to grab that P-speed. So yeah, we see him entering 6-5 here, and on 6-5 actually, he's going to use a strategy that allows them to despawn one of these nippers up here, and he does it successfully. Great stuff. So we take advantage of really the number of objects on the screen in that level, so the game can only spawn so many things on screen at once. And for some reason with those ice blocks, they have a strange interaction where they seem to split into multiple objects when they explode. So, the one exploded to the left of the screen, and then he made it to the right quick enough in order to despawn that nipper. Looks like Horsedad, unfortunately, getting poor RNG there on the bro movement and having to fight that star bro. Which, normally he'd want to avoid. Stewie may end up fighting, and it's probably not the worst thing in the world in terms of inventory, because he'll be able to use that star later, but he may avoid it, just to try to save extra time as well. So yeah, he's doing 6-1 here. Normally not a stage we see run in this category. We see it in 100%. So I'm unsure how familiar he is with it. I think he does play 100%, so he has some idea on how to do it. So yeah, he's going to go to 6-3 here. Oh, no, he's going to 6-2. Okay. This is actually an auto-scroller. So I think he's just unfamiliar with these stages. So yeah, 6-3 is not an auto-scroller. This is unfortunately one of the side effects of having to play, stages you're not used to having to play. And we see Horsedad actually making it through 6-8 without issues. What I actually missed if he got the AH jump there or not, and we see him use a P-wing here. Oh, okay. Sounds good. I wondered if you were still there or if you were trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm still traumatized, but yeah, I've just been listening in, just soaking it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright, sounds good. I just wanted to make sure, because I figured you might have been like trying to contact somebody to see what they're supposed to do, I guess. We'll have to figure that out after the race. So yeah, we see Horsedad actually going through 6-4-3 here, doing a great job maintaining P speed. There is actually a clip you can do before that last door he entered that allows you to clip directly to this boom boom fight, and it saves about 6 to 8 seconds depending on how quickly it's done. But it's very difficult. I think Cujo actually got it in his last race, I'm gonna say. So we have seen it once this tournament.
Hey,
So yeah, Stewie's.
sorry,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that Stewie's gonna do a damage boost here, similar to what Horsedad did.
Yeah, exact same strat that Horsedad did. And so we're gonna see if Horsedad decides to go for the nice little swag clip here on the airship. There's a clip that's completely useless, but looks cool. It is worth noting, if you do it too quickly, you can actually scroll to the right of the screen and end up dying. So, yeah, that happened to me. I was on like a 52-minute pace run, and that happened. So that was great.
Not so good.
Yeah,
just to clarify, whenever you're in the boss fight, does the timer still count down?
No, it doesn't. So there's nothing you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, just completely brutal.
I wasn't 100% sure there. Not that it would really matter, but well, actually, it would actually be better, I guess. Of course.
We've seen a couple interesting soft locks, actually. I believe Narfman in his last race clipped into the wall in 8 Fort before the last door, before the boom boom room, and unfortunately there's nothing after that, so he had to wait for the stage time to run completely out.
I just noticed there as well, it's even more brutal because the timer stops after you kill the boss. Just how horrible is that? Wow.
Yeah, so Stewie, again, has inventory issues, so he has a P-Wing, but this is not the stage he wants to use it on. So yeah, he's... If I had to guess... Well, he can P-Wing 6-9. I kind of get the feeling he might attempt the wall jump, because there's a wall jump you can do there, but it's going to depend on how practiced he is with it, of course.
I would probably go for the wall jump on the clip, 7-6, and use it in World 7 first? Or, I don't know, maybe that's the right play?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
The clip isn't too bad.
I think that's... No, I think you're right. I think that's probably the fastest play.
Like, the wall jump is ambitious, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, usually it goes fairly well. But he does need to be small for it, so that is worth noting.
But you have to be small for 6'9"?
Yeah, for the wall jump, yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know if you can do it big, actually, but if you can, it's definitely much, much harder.
I've only ever went for it once, and I'm pretty sure I was small, but it's interesting.
Yeah, because that's why you always see people damage boost here. Looks like he's choosing not to, so... Oh, okay, well... We'll see, because I think he's only got the one P-Wing, right? No, he got one after World 5, so he can actually P-Wing this. So I think I think he's gonna P-Wing this. No, he's gonna do...
Oh,
okay,
going for 6'10". Also, I just realized as well, you get a P-Wing after World 6, don't you? Going into World 7, I think. Like as the...
Yeah, I think so. I forget, I get the Cloud and the P-Wing messed up in terms of 5 and 6, because one's a Cloud, one's a P-Wing, if I recall.
Yeah, it's not something you pay attention to because you know it works out. Just
Yeah, exactly. It's probably something you should, though, because, I mean, you know, in case of this, so... and then we see Horsedad in the empty fortress here. This is the only enemy in the entire fortress. I don't know why that is, but yeah, Bowser forgot to decorate the rest of his fortress. So. And then we see him with the appropriate number of P-Wings, and he's going to P-Wing 7-6 here. And we'll probably see 7-8 next. And for those of you that are familiar with the game, 7-8 is a stage where you can grab a hammer suit. We're not going to see Horsedad do that, but some runners do opt to grab the hammer suit and try to maintain it to the end of the game.
most famously, again, Mitch and Grand Pooh would as well. I'm sure there are others.
Yeah.
Probably the most famous for it.
Yeah, I use it, but I'm not famous, so.
Nah, I'm sure that's just my my ignorance on the subject.
No, man, that's totally true. So he actually, yeah, he grabbed this fire flower here, so he'll actually be able to use that to damage boost in 7-2 instead of use the star. So that is interesting to note that this is going to allow him to conserve a little bit of inventory for World 8, because I imagine he wants to use that star in either 8-1 or 8-4.
I had such a good feeling about that second try, getting the swag. Right.
Yeah, so at the very least, Stewie doing a little bit of swag for us here.
It was, yo Louis, check clips in the Discord. Like if you're referring to what happened, just check that. Don't look at chat, just check that and see how much like bullshit it is.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great thing to have happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, to repeat, there's absolutely nothing he could have done other than this in that situation, so. So you have to, yeah, if the fireball hits him at the same frame he shoots his wand, apparently that happens. Because I think that same thing happened earlier this morning to Mitch, so he did talk about that. Yeah, and of course that same thing happened to me, I think it was last week too, so I've been seeing it a lot lately. Maybe it's just me. Starting to think I'm bad luck here. Alright, Stewie's able to get the clip. So yeah, as mentioned, he doesn't have to use a star here in 7-2 now because he's got this extra upgrade. I mean, technically you only need Big Mario in order to do it as well, but the thing is, it's kind of risky if you don't despawn this Piranha Plant and later on the stage, and we don't know exactly how that despawn works of that Piranha Plant, so... And yeah, of course, he ended up taking damage there, so... Thus why we keep the extra upgrade.
Yeah, that should be interesting to see if Horsedad knows. Horsedad's audio is currently in mono, so it's probably just best to keep it on Stewie's. For anybody wearing headphones, it's a bit off-putting at times.
So yeah, 44-14 wand grab there for Horsedad. Pretty good run coming together here after he had some unfortunate stuff happen there too.
Strong.
Yeah, he really hasn't made many mistakes here. It's on quite a good pace. I mean, I think he can still technically get a 53-minute run. need hands to cooperate. But...
Well, thankfully we have a cloud for 7-4. I was getting a bit concerned there. I couldn't remember, although it makes sense if he had the cloud.
Yeah, because he got one of them, you know, at the end of one of the worlds, and then he was able to beat the Cloud Bro in World 6, so I think his inventory from here out is okay.
I am just repeating the terminology that Cyclone used. I was said, quote, his audio isn't mono.
So yeah, the next screen here in World 8, we should mention that there's the hand bridge, and it's called the hand bridge because there are 3 stages which can grab you in, and the animation is a hand pulling you in. So we have a guessing game for you guys. You got to guess the total number of hands both runners will get over the course of the run. It is worth noting if they do die and end up having to play a hand again, that does count as another hand. So make sure to get your guesses in, and we'll know the answer obviously once more than likely Stewie makes it through. Well, he's gonna make it through, but I'm assuming he's probably gonna be the second one through, unfortunately. So yeah, Stewie actually getting the hammer suit here. So we might get to see some hammer swag to the end of the game.
Yeah, that'd be very impressive if he does manage it. Okay, clouding over 7-9. Not a bad start.
Oh, okay, he's just using it to damage boost.
Yeah, I think that's going to make the upcoming damage boost a bit quicker, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's able to get through the stage quicker. Yeah, if you're not really using the hammer suit to its full capability here, it's gonna be faster to just do what he did there.
Yeah, Stu used a whistle in World 1 and then the World 9, I think it is. The pipes to get back to World 5.
Oh yeah, to get to World 5, he used it in World 1 and World 2.
Oh wait, of course it's in World 2. What am I thinking? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Because yeah, unfortunately, if you use it on the warp screen, it'll take you to the World 8 row.
I totally just forgot. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking 90%.
Good old wrong warp. So yeah, we'll make sure to get your guesses in here because we're gonna stop the game here once he makes it to this next screen. So at least one hand will be had. I feel like you get this hand more often than the other ones, unfortunately. It's just good old hand 1. My least favorite of the hands, personally. Not the easiest hand, because there's all those hammer bros in the way. And then he actually gets hand 3 here as well. It's worth noting this is the only hand that you can grab a fire flower from, so that coin block there that he skipped over has a fire flower in it. So if you end up losing your flower, you can re-grab it here. And now he's on the fast airship. This is one of the more tense stages in the game, particularly if you're on PB pace and maybe you just got no hands. Things get real immediately with this stage. This moves, I think, twice as fast as the typical auto-scrollers. And
yeah,
there's just enough...
You get there.
Oh, okay. You have just enough time on the stage, well, for the rocky wrenches anyway, to throw 2 wrenches. So if you don't end up killing them on the first pass through, they'll end up throwing wrenches back your way, and those can add up over time. So kind of makes the dodging a little complicated from that point.
Yeah, so moving on to 8-1. Pretty tough stage, should be interesting.
Yeah, so it looks like he's opting to not go with the star here. I'm curious if he's going to try to go for the P-speed. There's actually only 1 frame you can throw that fireball in order to get an early P-speed build there without a star. And he opts to go safer there. I don't blame him. He's got quite a commanding lead at this point, unfortunately.
Yep.
8-2 here. It's the second sun level in the game. It's worth noting you can actually kill the sun with a hammer suit, which makes this quite a bit easier because you don't have to worry about the sun RNG. He does a great job of maintaining P-speed all the way through there, actually. So
nicely
really
done.
great strat coming out. Yeah, absolutely. Not easy to do, folks. Not easy at all.
Yeah, using the star here just makes this first bit a little bit faster.
Yeah, you can run through these death waffles and not have to worry about taking damage.
Yeah, this is a pretty fun level, especially getting first cycle here. Horsedad
Yep.
has no issue with it.
You can actually get an earlier P-speed build than he went for. It's a little risky. So those escalators we saw, you have to scrape pretty much most of the first 2, and then a little bit of the third one in order to build it.
Lava room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, if you land on that third escalator and you jump on the first frame, you don't make it. I've had that happen.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten that stage, so.
Yeah, it's a little tricky, and as I'd say, it's a little dangerous too. So he's actually opting to not go with the Oglib super tank strat with all the other acronyms associated with it that I'm not going to go over, that someone in chat can go ahead and let you guys know what they are. So he's going to be very disappointed with this performance. Yeah, this stage is pretty straightforward if you just stay out in front of this auto scroller, and most auto scrollers kind of function that way too in this game. I feel like if you stay out in front of them, they're fairly straightforward. So yeah, then we got the pipe here, and soon he'll be on the Bowser's Castle, and it looks like he'll just be a low 54-minute run for Horsedad, more than likely. Ooh, Stewie almost getting squished by the screen there. So yeah, let's take a look here. See if he decides to go for the clip. Forgoes the clip, it only saves 1.5 seconds, and I believe it loses you too if you don't get it, so don't blame him there. And looks like Stewie getting the first hand as well. Horsedad doing a great job with the P-speed here through the statue room in Bowser's Castle. Nope, has a little trouble with the door there, but overall, very nice castle so far. A little bit of redemption here. Oh my goodness, Bowser actually gave him the same pattern he got in his last race. This time, though, he's able to take him out, so good stuff coming out from Horsedad. So I'm going to see if he's willing to come in. an interview. So yeah, we got Stewie starting 8-1 here, and he's opting to use a star here to ensure he gets us a really peace speed build. We see this a lot of people doing this, and this is still not very easy. Oh, unfortunately he rubbed in the wall there, had to regain the peace speed, then he clipped in the bullet bills, so a little unfortunate. So yeah, he's going to run through here with Big Mario. It'd be interesting to see if he chooses a damage boost, and does not. So you can actually maintain P-Speed all the way to the end if you choose the damage boost on those Piranha plants. I'm not entirely sure that's faster though, because then you have to grab 2 upgrades in the Fortress, which is obviously going to set you back some time.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, he does have another star.
Yeah, he's got plenty of stars, so we should be getting a fire kill here on Bowser.
Okay, nicely done.
Yeah, both runners getting 1 cycle there. Great stuff. And we're going to see his attempt at the super tank here. Maybe he'll do the patented day 1 affiliate Oglib super tank strat TM. I think With a Vengeance is also on the end of it.
So do we know if Horsedad wants to join us for a quick chat?
Looks like he's going to forgo the chat. He's taken off here, so...
I see. Well, GG. Again, that second half was so strong. I shouldn't even say second half, but like third, like 3/4.
Yeah, after World 2, it was really good from Horsedad. I mean, a 54-minute run, taking a death on an auto-scroller, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, for sure. And certainly, considering what happened to Stewie as well, this is still going to be a very, very good time, having to do like, a bunch of extra levels. So.
Yeah. Not having items, having to actually go back and replay stages as well, so...
yeah.
Looks like he's going to be able to do it in less than an hour, so that's good. Obviously, he's going to be disappointed. I think he'll probably join us for an interview. I know he has in the past, but we'll see what his mental state is, you know, coming off that, obviously.
Pretty close. Not quite, though.
Yeah, very, very close there. Yeah, he's kind of had some heartbreak in this tournament, I feel like, because I think he lost to Louis as well by like 4 seconds.
Yeah, that match was incredible. I commentated that one, and it was extremely, extremely close. I think Hamstick did it that one as well.
Yeah, I think I think we were both commentating that one actually.
Yeah.
say, I think if I recall, Louis got runaway, bro, or something. I think that's what happened. Had some
I think so,
weird
yeah.
stuff happen. Great run from Stewie.
Yeah, GG.
I think the answer in the hands was 4, right? Because I saw them both play the same hands.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not sure if someone's done it yet, so... Yeah. Well,
We'll see if we
again,
can get him
GG
in here.
Stewie, and like thinking about Horsedad's time, he got 54.20. Yeah, Stewie was like 50 seconds ahead still at that point, so mid 53 possibly. And still possibly VP pace as well. Very tough though.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on a pace that could have been a 52-minute run. Obviously, he needs some help with hands, and he didn't end up getting it. But yeah, you know, if he would have executed well the rest of the run, it was probably like a mid 53-minute run, as you mentioned. But I mean, anything could happen from that point too. He did actually play pretty well from that point, so I don't know. It's hard to say. So yeah, he is going to join us here in a second for an interview, so we'll get to hear from the man and get to hear his thoughts and soft locks.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be bittersweet. Again, I'm just very impressed with that response from Stewie. Continuing on like that. Oh wow, yeah. Hello.
And we're joined by him. Hey, Stu, what's going on, man?
Hey.
So yeah, you got to show off a rare glitch there. Unfortunately, it's one of those that just ruins your run.
I've never done that before.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I could sit here all day trying to replicate that, and I'll never do it.
Yeah, I think, you know what's funny? Mitch was actually talking about it this morning, where I guess the last fireball for the kill has to hit the Koopaling on the same frame where the Koopaling shoots the wand. So, yeah, it's not easy to do. I've had it happen like 3 times to me. Unfortunately, never in a race. I didn't really expect it to happen.
I didn't know what to do at first.
Yeah, well, there's really nothing in terms of guidance, and so I mean, technically, you beat World 4,
Right.
so yeah, starting at World 5 made sense. But the rest of your run was quite good. I mean, to that point, you had a really good run going. We had mentioned that you were sub 16 through World 3, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's not easy to do.
No, not at all. You're actually about a minute ahead of him to that point because he took an unfortunate death in the World 2 airship. But he did end up with a 54-minute. Oh, you saw that? Okay, you were watching.
Yeah, I had my phone next to me watching the stream just in case something happened.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good way to approach it because I mean, if you know you're ahead, you can sort of compensate for that. How to hold on to your lead.
Right.
Yeah, I typically prefer to watch. Again though, like after that happened, like you still played amazingly. Like that, yeah, very tough.
Yeah, I mean, and you're down items too, and it's, you know, you made it through and you're able to do it in under an hour still, which is amazing, honestly.
I'm actually surprised. I don't know how I did that in under an hour.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that should be possible, like honestly. Like not only doing the extra stuff in World 6, but you also replayed World 1, like half of it basically. Yeah.
So do you have any other thoughts on the run other than that? I mean, I feel like you played really well for most of it.
It wasn't a terrible run by any means. It was just a crappy way to lose a good run.
Yeah, for sure.
I suppose 4-3, I think was like the only noticeable thing. Also getting sniped in 4-4, but there was nothing you could have done about that.
No,
You seemed to play 4-4 really well.
there was no way out of that snipe.
Yeah. Yeah, the RNG just wasn't rolling in your favor, I guess. And
Yeah.
again, it's tough. Whenever you were up against Louis, it probably was hands that dictated that.
I still have nightmares of that race.
But Warpless is always going to be very unforgiving, like in that sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But to think that could happen any run, like that boss skill, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's so rare that I really didn't expect to see it. I was thinking before the tournament, and I mentioned this, that maybe we should have a rule for that because it could happen, but I'm like, nah, that won't happen. You know, I've had it happen like 3 times in 2,000 runs. You know what I mean? Like, that's never going to happen.
Well, when I was watching Mitch's stream, when I heard him talking about that, I'm like, oh, crap, it's going to happen now.
Did you just project that into your own reality? Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate.
It was like in the very back of my mind, and I'm just hoping it didn't happen.
Like, I think I'm vaguely aware of it, like, before today, but I'd never seen it. I've been about for, like, 5 or 6 years.
I saw Karua did it once, and then I saw Mitch do it on that early hammer run a few months ago.
God.
Yeah, he had a run on world record pace, and yeah, that happened to him. Didn't it happen in, like, World 6, too? So he was like...
No, that was also on Iggy. That was World 4.
Oh, it was, okay.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Because, yeah, he doesn't parkour World 6, so yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's silly, though. But yeah, man, it was still a great run. A fun race to watch. You both had quite a bit of adversity there. And what you both did after that was still very impressive.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be a tough match for me.
Yeah. I figured it'd be a pretty close match, and I think it would have shaped up to have been that way as well. Unless, if we could get rid of it, unfortunately we can't.
That would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, for sure. I think you would have been on a 54 or 55 minute pace, somewhere in there, maybe in 53.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any ending thoughts before I go ahead and look at the schedule going forward?
I'm good.
Again, I feel so bad for you, but it takes
a
personality to just continue on and play that well. So big PCs on that.
Thank you.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great race, man. I mean, again, it's disappointing what happened, but you should hold your head high because you stuck it out to the end. And honestly, if things started to go badly, it's a race you could have won. It would have taken a lot, to go your way going to the end of the race, but still, sticking out was impressive.
Actually, a good thing to ask might be, when did you start learning Warpless then?
Right after SGDQ last year.
Wow. Yeah, like the progress you've made, it's very impressive.
Yeah, 52-minute time coming soon, TM.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna happen. It is.
Yeah, it'll happen. Alright, so let's look ahead to see what we have later today at 7 p.m. Eastern. In this tournament, we have Oglib and Brosis 420. And that is a loser's bracket match as well. So, unfortunately, the loser of that one will be going home. Tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have When Chuck Attacks versus Cujo. And that's actually a best of 3. So they're opting to do 2 races tomorrow. And then I'm not sure if they're going to go to a third tomorrow or not, or if they're going to opt to do that another day if necessary. So we'll see what happens with that. And then right now we don't have anything else on the schedule yet until Sunday, where Nicole and Louis will be racing, and that's also a loser's bracket match where unfortunately the loser goes home. So yeah, the race later today will be on Speed Gaming 2, and I don't have channels for the other ones yet, but they should be up shortly. In terms of what we can... Oh, go ahead.
And yeah, also a reminder for that match tomorrow. Now, it does say semi-finals in the bracket, but this is essentially the winners' finals. And then the winner of that goes on to the grand finals. So, yeah, well, obviously that's a big match, but it's even bigger within that context. It is very impressive as well. Neither of those players have obviously lost a match. And again, a lot of people had said about Chuck especially, and it's interesting, Cujo and Chuck, it's very close.
Yeah, that's going to be a hype race, especially the way Chuck's last race ended. I think it was 6 seconds between him and Mitch, so I think we're going to see some good stuff coming out from both of them.
Yeah. Well, it's been a lot of fun, except for the obvious thing that happened. Again, congrats for just continuing on. It takes a lot of Well, I don't know. Messed up.
No, thank you, guys.
Yeah, it was an honor calling your match, man. Look forward to seeing you in the future.
Yeah,
see you guys.
All right, take care.
Good one. Yeah, so that's going to do it for us. What you can expect next on this channel is a Link to the Past randomizer daily. I think starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, the race later tonight. Hopefully we'll see you there. And if not, thanks for tuning in, and hope you have a good rest of your day.
All right, have fun, everybody. Take care. And thanks for the cool commentary.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Yeah, I think it's in 40 minutes. 40, 50 minutes, roughly.
Okay.